Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be filming a video about how to make glue or epoxy out of tree resin. Now the resin I'm using is from spruce trees, but you can also make it from pine trees. So the one main thing I use in this video is an Altoids tin. You can use any sort of tin or metal to fry these on. You can even use rock. To start, you're going to want to take these little sap pouches off of the tree, and you can use a stick to pry them off. And there's a bunch of different things that look like sap. This is sap, it's just dried and old. You can use that too, you can pop it off. And this is what the newer sap looks like, and you can just pop this off with a stick or a rock. I wouldn't recommend using a knife because cleaning sap off your knife can be really hard. Same with using your hands, because once you have sap on your hands, if you don't have access to running water, it can be really hard to get off. So I've got my Altoids tin all filled up. The next step is to make a fire. And you're going to put this right over the fire, and you just want to melt all of these down to a liquid sap. You don't need a very big fire, just large enough to get a good set of embers at the bottom, because you're going to need to crush up one of those to make some coal dust, and you're going to mix that in with your resin. So for the resin, I have mine in a tin, so I can just put it next to the fire or make a small thing on top for it to sit on. It doesn't need much heat for it to melt, but it does need continuous heat, so make something like that. And when this turns to kind of sticky goo, you're going to want to mix in some coal dust. And the general rule for this is 1 part coal for 3 parts resin. So now I'm crushing up one of the embers. You want it to kind of turn into fine coal for it to mix well with the sap, so keep crushing until you have a powder. And I just put the sap container right on top of the coals, and as you can see, it's already starting to bubble. You just want to wait till that's fully dissolved. So you've got your goo mixture, you can start mixing in your finely ground coal right straight into it. It'll start to turn a blackish color, and then you can let it cool down for a little while. You don't want it to become hard. You still want it to be a little bit sticky, but not quite this fluid. Just enough that you can wrap it around a stick like this, and it would stay. Now it's become a black tar-like substance. You can use it immediately if you have something you want to put it on, or if you want to save it for use later. You can use a stick like this. I just skin the top off this, and you can put the tip in and just roll it and let the epoxy stick to it. And it'll start to look like a torch, and that's exactly what you want. And later, if you want to use it, you can just take a lighter or put it over an open flame, and it'll start to drip, and that'll work as your glue. This is what it looks like finished, and I just wrapped it around the stick. With this project, definitely prepare to get your hands dirty, because like you can see, my hands are covered in coal. And this works really well. It definitely bonds with material. There's no way I'm getting it off this stick without heat. But when you want to, you can just put it right over like a heat source, and it'll drip off. And you can have it drip right onto what you want to glue. I've seen people make arrows with this to keep the notches in place. People use this as like a waterproofing substance. There's a ton of uses for it. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I can do another video with epoxy in the future, making a knife or something. So keep your eyes out for that. If you like the video, subscribe and stay tuned for more.